Imagine you're only 6 years old. The air is so cold that every breath burns your lungs. You haven't eaten a proper meal in 2 days, and outside your small shelter, hungry wolves are roaming through the darkness. There are no warm beds, no hospitals, no schools, and no supermarkets. Every sunrise is a new battle for survival. You don't know if you'll live to see another day. As terrifying as this sounds, for children who lived during the Ice Age thousands of years ago, this wasn't a nightmare, it was everyday life. Around 20,000 years ago, much of the Earth was trapped in one of the coldest periods in human history. Giant glaciers covered vast areas of Europe, Asia, and North America, while freezing winds swept across open plains. Food was incredibly difficult to find, and families had to keep moving to follow herds of animals like mammoths, reindeer, and bison. These people didn't have permanent homes. Instead, they lived in small groups, building temporary shelters from wood, stone, animal hides, and, in some regions, even mammoth bones. Every decision they made was focused on one goal: staying alive. For children, life was especially dangerous. Their small bodies lost heat much faster than adults, making freezing temperatures one of their greatest enemies. A single cold night without enough warmth could become life-threatening. Hunger was another constant challenge. If hunters returned empty-handed, the entire group had to survive on whatever little food remained. There were no doctors, no medicine, and no antibiotics. Even a small cut or a simple infection could become deadly. On top of that, dangerous predators such as wolves, cave lions, bears, and hyenas shared the same landscape, turning every journey outside the camp into a serious risk. Yet, despite these dangers, Ice Age families developed remarkable ways to protect their children. Parents wrapped babies in thick animal furs to keep them warm and carried them close to their bodies to share body heat. Fire became the center of every camp, providing warmth, light, and protection from many predators that avoided the flames. Adults carefully watched over young children, and older brothers, sisters, grandparents, and other relatives all helped with their care. Survival wasn't the responsibility of one person, it was the responsibility of the entire community. Children also began learning survival skills from a very young age. They watched adults make stone tools, prepare animal hides, and build shelters. As they grew older, they learned how to identify animal tracks, recognize dangerous predators, collect edible plants, and understand the changing seasons. They practiced throwing small spears, carrying supplies, and helping around the camp. These weren't games or hobbies, they were lessons that could one day save their lives. Every new skill increased their chances of surviving in one of the harshest environments humans have ever faced. Food was never guaranteed. When a successful hunt brought down a mammoth or a herd of reindeer, families celebrated because they finally had enough meat to feed everyone for days or even weeks. But when hunting failed, children often had to survive on roots, berries, nuts, insects, fish, or whatever nature could provide. Every meal was earned through patience, teamwork, and determination. Nothing was wasted. Animal skins became clothing, bones became tools, and every resource had a purpose. Despite living in such an unforgiving world, these children were stronger and more adaptable than we